Hello and welcome to the Suburbanites Podcast. I'm Connor.
I'm Jim.
I'm Chris.
And so I think we should start off just hitting off on the Oscar nominations.
Oh, yeah.
Because people are kind of pissed.
Few snubs.
Yep. Few, yeah, I gotta say. People are really angry that the Lego movie didn't even get a nomination.
Yeah.
Which is...
That's kind of crazy.
It is kind of crazy. I mean, I liked Big Hero 6 more than I liked Lego Movie, but that was only by a very small margin. Like, it could have gone to any one of those two movies, I think. And The Tale of Princess Kaguya was also nominated. That was a really not really wide released Studio Ghibli film. Mm-hmm. And another one that I can't remember. And How to Train Your Dragon 2. That was also
good movie.
Yeah.
You should see it.
I hear it's good.
I keep being told that I need to see it.
Yeah, no, you definitely should.
Yeah. Do you guys like the Lego Movie?
I love the Lego movie.
Dude, I love the Lego movie.
Yeah.
It definitely deserves to be in there.
I didn't think it was gonna be that good. Like right off the bat, it
Nobody
grabbed
did.
me.
Yeah.
It grabbed me from the very start. Like it was funny at the very beginning of it.
Yeah.
And meaningful through the end.
Yeah.
It's true. Hit me right in the feels. So also people are complaining about how Selma got snubbed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we saw Selma
makes sense.
last night.
There are definitely some worthy
His performance.
Okay, yeah. I think his performance should be up for Best Actor.
Yeah.
But besides that, I don't really know, man. What else do they really want? It got a Best Picture nomination.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I feel like David Oyelowo got snubbed for Best Actor.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that statement.
But besides that, I don't really see what people are complaining about. The directing wasn't really like... It was good, but it wasn't like...
It wasn't amazing.
Yeah, it wasn't anything special. And besides that, I mean...
I think people are just overwhelmed by the power of the film itself. But that's going to happen if you're going to tell a Martin Luther King story.
Yeah.
You're going to get that feeling.
Yeah.
You kind of have to accept that as a film... It was good, but it wasn't that amazing that it deserves to be in every category.
Like, it got a Best Picture nomination.
Yeah,
like,
and
that's more than most films can say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, it may have been snubbed in the Best Actor category, but...
What was in the Best, Actor category? What has Interstellar been up for?
I don't remember. I don't think McConaughey was up for an Oscar for Interstellar.
Mm-hmm.
I could look it up right now. I know Steve Carell for Foxcatcher, Michael Keaton for Birdman, the kid from Boyhood, and a bunch of... Actually, McConaughey might have been up for Interstellar.
I haven't seen Foxcatcher, but I would nominate Steve Carell just for the trailers.
Gosh. I saw it.
Honestly.
It was amazing. He does not... He completely deserves that nomination.
I said this last time I was on, but I love seeing actors make that 180. You know, they turn around and they're just a completely different actor. They
Absolutely.
can fill both the comedic role and a serious role.
And we just saw the trailer for True Story, which
is
happens.
Perfect for that. That's 3 actors in that. I don't know if you saw the co-star of My Name is Earl was also in that movie.
Yeah.
Alongside James Franco and the other guy.
Jonah Hill.
Hill.
I'm excited to see Jonah Hill be serious.
Yeah.
Best Actor nominees: Eddie Redmayne for The Theory of Everything, Benedict Cumberbatch for The Imitation Game, Michael Keaton, Birdman, Bradley Cooper, American Sniper, and Steve Carell in Foxcatcher.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like Eddie Redmayne did a better job as Stephen Hawking, because he absolutely carried that movie.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah,
you saw it.
I saw it. It was good, and yeah, his performance was great.
Yeah. But I don't know. I still have yet to see The Imitation Game, and I think that's the only movie I haven't seen on there.
Yeah.
Did you? Your parents saw The Imitation Game, right?
Yeah, they did, but I didn't see Imitation Game.
Yeah.
So I can't talk about it. But I think they really liked it.
Yeah.
Like I turned them onto it from the beginning when the trailers were coming out, and they were excited about it for a while.
Yeah. So, yeah, we got the snubs, we got the nominees. Best Director should definitely go to Birdman. Best Picture should definitely go to Birdman. Everything should go to Birdman.
Yeah, well,
It's
still haven't seen it.
Huh?
Still haven't seen it.
You're the only one in this room that's seen that movie.
I mean, I can't talk about it enough. It might get beat up by Boyhood, because Boyhood seems like a very Oscar bait kind of movie.
Yeah, just the concept of that movie is incredible.
Yeah.
Taking 12 years to film it and just following.
I have yet to see it, and it doesn't seem like my kind of movie, but I'm going to see it anyway, just because it's up for all these things.
Yeah.
So, on the concept of trailers, we just watched the Avengers: Age of Ultron trailer number 2, and I thought the first one was a lot better.
Yeah, the first one definitely.
I mean, either way, it's exciting to see like footage with the tank bust, or what is it called?
The Hulkbuster.
Yeah, that's exciting. I like that.
Yeah, it's cool, and I mean, they had a little bit of James Spader narrating this trailer, which was cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what he said, rip you.
I'm gonna tear you.
Inside out, yeah.
It's like, yo, dude, relax.
I thought it was cool. He like carried the first trailer with his awesome narration.
Yeah, like the entire trailer was that narration.
Yeah. Yeah, he might be what I'm most excited for, just the villain. But yeah, I guess I'm excited for the movie.
Yeah. I'm
see it.
mostly excited for that one fight.
It's probably only gonna be like a 5-7 minute fight.
Yeah,
pretty quick.
Huh. It's worth sitting for like an hour and 30 minutes.
So, I read something on IGN yesterday. It said YouTube personalities are getting their own halftime commercial.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's
in the Super Bowl.
That's new.
It is new. Apparently, the guy from Epic Mealtime, Harley, whatever his name is, is going to be he's going to be like fake hosting this like kind of parody of how much everybody likes Super Bowl commercials. It's going to be that kind of thing, and it's just going to be a bunch of YouTube personalities in it. Freddie Wong is going to be in it too, or he's going to have his own thing as well. And so I think it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, like
branching out.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the time nowadays, like TV is trying to bank on like the success of the internet's gotten. Yeah. It's smart because like they're not gonna survive otherwise.
You're right.
Nobody watches TV.
I mean, look at like Tosh.0 or something like that. It's literally just internet.
Yeah. That's like how they're still alive. The only people who watch TV are like old people. Like we talked about this before. It's just old people. Like that's their only market. And like in my family, it's just my parents who watch TV. And
my dad watches TV.
Yeah, like our generation does not watch TV at all.
Yep.
Especially once you get to college, like you might own a television, but the chances that you're actually watching a lot of TV are slim. And if you are
playing video games,
it's in that or movie channels.
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But like with the rise of like Netflix and everything,
yeah,
it's just gonna be dead very soon.
Yeah, either it's gonna be dead or it's gonna do things like this where they just keep like mooching off the internet success. But apparently Google paid for all the YouTubers to get on that.
Not a bad idea for them. That's pretty smart marketing.
Most of the YouTube personalities are not what they once were. Like I always think about Smosh. Yeah, Smosh used to be so good, and now they're so bad.
Well, I mean, it's just changed, you know. Like their audience changes with time.
It's true.
And also the way they're presenting media has changed a lot too. Like I don't know, I haven't been following their video releases, but I know they do post a lot of articles because I liked them when I was like 8 on Facebook.
As most people do when they're 8.
Yeah, they post a lot of articles. They write a lot of articles, so they're still in business and they're still hiring people to write for them. Yeah, they're maintaining a website.
Yeah, I mean, I liked their content when they were like way back. Before the whole shut up intro. I think everything before the shut up intro was pretty good.
I never really watched.
You never watched Smosh?
No.
Who else? It's like, I mean, Niga. Oh my God, Niga. That takes me back, man.
Yeah. Back to like the old How to Be.
Yeah, How to Be. I was gonna say.
I remember that was like the big thing. We used to watch those all the time.
That video was awesome.
Did you have a movie?
Yeah. I forget what it was called, and I didn't watch it.
Neither did I. It was released in like 2 theaters in his hometown.
Remember when Fred used to be big and not on like Nickelodeon?
Jesus Christ.
That's
Fred.
like...
And
that's another example, though.
My brother liked Fred, and I was like, stop.
Yeah.
That's another great example of the TV taking things from the internet, where they found this popular YouTube person and just gave them a TV show.
And movies. I think he has like 3 movies.
He's a bunch of movies.
And The Annoying Orange is another example of that. God. That's on that has a show, I think, right?
Or at least it did on Nick, I think.
Yeah. Back in the day, like I could understand people getting into Fred. Like I watched a few of his videos back like a long time ago. But The Annoying Orange is just one thing I could never understand people liking. Like I watched one of the videos, it's like, oh my God, this is horrible.
Awful. Yeah. My brother watched them too.
I think it's annoying.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay.
Who else? I'm trying to think of what other YouTube personalities is kind of... Nigahiga is a big one because he like almost stopped making videos.
Yeah.
And now he came back and his videos are like,
Yeah. I think he posts like a lot now. I don't know.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also like iJustine, like Toby Tobuscus.
Oh, I never watched Tobuscus. You were big into Tobuscus.
I used to watch Tobuscus, yeah. And that's the only reason I know iJustine, because she used to hang out with him, I think.
Yeah. How's Tobuscus now? He used to do that show like Cute Win Fail, right?
Oh, yeah.
And that show doesn't exist anymore because like legal stuff, I think.
I have no idea. That was one thing I never got into.
Yeah. I mean, his like Jared, my brother would play songs like over and over, those Minecraft songs.
Yeah.
He would just play them over and over.
Sounds fun.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
You know what Jared is?
What?
Annoying.
He's
There's
literally
connection.
just an orange.
That's why he
That's
likes
all Jared is.
annoying
Jared is
orange.
just an orange.
We figured
That's
it out.
the appeal.
We've pieced it together.
See, I think it's cool that I liked Epic Meal Time. I haven't really watched some of their newer videos.
I like the fact that they made ridiculous foods.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta commend them
They
on
were-
the
they
fact
were-
that they make the foods and then eat the foods.
Yeah.
They were like entertaining, but like when I saw the food that they were making and eating, I felt like sick to my stomach every time. It
Really?
just looked so gross.
I felt hungry.
No, dude, it looked awful. It did not look
Bacon
like something
strips.
I would wanna indulge myself in.
It looked like something I would imagine and like dream about, but never actually want to eat or
Yeah.
put the effort into making.
Surprised they all haven't had heart attacks by now.
Yeah.
Imagine how healthy they must have to eat like on a daily basis to counteract their show.
They get that once a month they're allowed to eat this ridiculous
Yeah.
food. And other than that, it's all salad.
I hear that they make those things and they make so much food that they have to eat it for a month. Like they have to spend so much time continuing to eat the food that they made.
Couldn't they like
Jesus.
donate it to starving
No,
people?
dude, they gotta eat
It's
it.
like half eaten. But what?
And it's donate that to starving people? Are you kidding
At
me?
least it's food.
It's like half cooked bacon covered in like
Would you eat that or nothing at all?
nothing. I'd rather be dead.
Yeah? Alright.
So, Jim, I might wanna get some hypotheticals out here soon.
Oh, yeah?
I got more stuff to talk about, but yeah, get those hypotheticals.
I need to get that.
Yeah, you gotta get the hypotheticals.
I'll start looking
Gotcha,
for
this
it.
is your
I've
job.
run dry from that vein that I was getting hypotheticals from.
Right.
The ridiculous ones.
So, I woke up 20 minutes ago.
Connor, let's preface this by saying Connor is an hour late to recording. He's
Yeah.
the moderator of sorts for this podcast, and
Yeah.
he's an hour late.
He owns and carries all of the equipment necessary to make this happen. And he was the last to get here.
Yeah.
By
I mean,
far. And I was late.
Chris is bad too. Like that's saying something if you're after Chris.
in my defense, we all saw Selma last night.
True. Until
And-
like 2:30.
Until like 2:30, yeah. And then I got home and my phone was still on silent from the movie because I'm a good human being and I turn my phone off and silent when I watch a movie. And I just didn't.
Those two things don't. I mean, you might turn your phone off or on silent, but
Yeah.
I don't think that makes you a good human
Yes,
being.
it does. Because have you ever been in a theater with
That makes
somebody
you
who
a good
doesn't?
movie watcher, but you're not a good person.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not a good person. You're absolutely right. I'm a piece of shit.
Moving on.
But yeah, so I just never turned it off of silent. So I woke up at 1:53 and it is now times it. It is now 2:35.
Yep.
So yeah, we were supposed to start at 1 and I woke up at 1:50. That wasn't fun. And I had 2 missed calls from Jim, like 2 texts from Jim, text from Chris.
Yep.
And I was like,
well, I called you 3 times, I think, trying to figure out where you were at.
yeah, I was sleeping.
Yep.
I was just enjoying the fact that I wasn't the last one here. And nobody could complain that I was late because Connor was later.
Chris
Yeah.
was basking in it.
I was so happy.
I'll take that one on the chin. I was late.
You know, I was actually really ready to be on time today. And then what
He
always
texted
happens...
me. He
what
texted me
always
like
happens-
20 minutes before we start, like before he was supposed to get here. And
Yeah.
he was like, we're doing this at 1, right? I was like, yeah. He's like, all right, I'm gonna come late.
So...
I'm like, yeah, I know.
At that point, I was like completely ready, but I knew if I left, I'd get there before 1, and I'm not gonna show up awkwardly early.
Why?
So I was like played some games and stuff, and then.
But
and then
Jim has like video games
Yeah,
and
dude.
stuff.
I didn't know Jim would welcome me into his home early.
Before we continue with this conversation, I just like to.
Please don't tell it. No, wait on these hypotheticals.
Okay,
Wait
I
on.
have extras, but like I just want to tell this one.
Okay, fair enough.
How many first graders do you think you could take in a fight to the death?
Weapons or no weapons?
No weapons. With your bare hands, you have to
Bare
kill
hands.
these first graders.
Probably 5.
5, you think?
Dude, look at how scrawny. I mean, the viewers can't see. I'm scrawny and like.
No. I think
Picture a
5
twig
is...
and then paint it white, and that's Connor.
Yeah, I'm tall, but I'm not strong at all.
I think I could take 6.
I'm gonna go
big.
Yeah.
Take 6
What about you,
first
Chris?
graders.
Chris could probably take
All
like
of
8
them.
or 9.
I'd take them all down, and then I'd look around me at all the lifeless bodies. I'd probably cry a little bit.
I mean,
I'd have to take
they
breaks.
probably all end up like piling
Here's
on
the
you.
secret, though. No, once you get one of them, you get them by like the ankle, and then you use them as a weapon to get rid of.
And you beat a first grader with another first grader.
Yeah, you take them down.
Dude, it's all about kicks. You just have to keep kicking.
That's
Sweep
what
the knee.
they'll like get on top of you.
Yeah, no.
Eventually.
I'm okay with that. Like, I'll
You're gonna hide underneath them, like cover yourself in their blood
No,
so
no,
they
no.
can't smell you.
They're like zombies.
In all seriousness, though, we don't condone murdering of anybody, especially first graders.
No murdering first graders, viewers. We're just kidding.
However, we cannot stop you, so do as you will.
If you're gonna do it right.
Of course.
So, we should, before we get on to these hypotheticals, we should talk about Selma.
Yeah,
we saw it last night. It was a good movie.
It was. You know what?
It's a damn good movie.
Right when we walked in, they were like, "Oh yeah, so the movie you wanted to see happened like 3 hours ago or something like that."
No,
What
the
happened?
projector wasn't working.
Yeah, we
okay.
went in for a 9:30 showing, or 9:45 showing, and we got to the thing, and we were like, hey, Selma for 9:45. And they were like, yeah, the projector doesn't work, so we're showing one at 11:30. And they gave us free tickets.
Yeah, we just got in for free.
I was like willing to pay them. I had the money in my hand.
But they made us write our names down.
That doesn't matter.
And they
no,
looked
only
at our
Connor.
IDs.
Only Connor wrote his name down.
Yeah.
He saw our IDs. What if they come after us?
I don't think that's gonna happen. I think.
I don't know, why did I have to write my name down on a piece of paper?
I think they're keeping track of the people they may have upset.
No, I don't think that's true. Like, why would they do that though?
I don't know, PR.
I guess. But we had to wait there for like 2 hours for our movie to start because we already walked in. They like took our ticket stubs.
Yeah, I don't mind.
We were just kind of confused and just following the motions. He handed
Yeah.
us tickets and we just kind of kept walking and then we're like, oh, it's 11:30.
Yeah,
We
oh,
have
wait.
an hour and a half to kill.
And then, like, I'm a big fan of Avatar: The Last
hold on.
Airbender.
Let's not
but
skip
we,
ahead.
We
First-
talked about this movie.
first-
Okay.
We got drinks and popcorn. And then
Really,
we sat
Chris?
down.
Are you
Please.
serious? So we talked.
Vital
about,
to the story.
Paint the
We
entire
talked about
scene.
Avatar: The Last Airbender for like legit an hour,
Yeah.
and I was so tired of it. I
No,
was
well, you haven't like seen it, and
I
you're
have
not
seen
a
it.
super fan like Chris and
a
myself.
super fan, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I'd call myself a super fan.
Yeah.
Well, I am. I know the
just
intro.
Happened to be.
Yeah, you recited it word for word, and nobody was impressed.
I was impressed.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a 40-second intro at the beginning of every single episode, and it never changes.
Also, you watched it very recently.
And it's also the entire
Watched it a
plot
couple
of the
months
first like 2 episodes just summed up in 40 seconds.
Yeah.
So, having seen the series,
He's still impressed. You can see it in his face.
Yeah, no, I'm still impressed that I did
With
it.
yourself.
Yeah. Anyway, so all that bullshit aside, because I was going to talk about Selma,
Of
and then
course,
we
sorry.
talked about this.
No, it had to be mentioned.
No, it didn't.
Okay.
So Selma, it's a damn good movie.
It was powerful.
It was very powerful.
Like we talked about last night, like the scenes where MLK was actually speaking were the best scenes, and
Oh, absolutely.
the scenes like the backstory with his wife were like they dragged on.
Yeah.
You know what I heard though? Apparently, it costs a lot of money to get the rights to use one of MLK's speeches.
Huh.
So rather than pay a lot of money to use his famous speeches, they just changed a couple words.
Makes sense.
Wow.
So those weren't the actual speeches that we heard, but it was still.
It was close.
Yeah, it was close enough that I couldn't tell the difference.
Does the King family get royalties whenever people use like those speeches?
I would
I'm not
imagine.
sure if it's the family or it's a foundation built for him or
Oh,
something.
yeah. I thought,
Somebody does.
yeah, I thought it was a great movie.
Yeah, it was a great movie.
Yes.
But I had 2 things wrong with it. Again, it's an 8 out of 10. No, probably 8.5 out of 10 movie.
Yeah.
Or maybe a 9. I don't know. I'm still working on it. But, yeah, like Jimmy said, the scenes with his wife, they just kind of dragged on and they really didn't have any weight to them. I'm glad that they were there, but I would be okay with them not being there.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't super exciting scenes, but I think they're extremely important to the movie. We talked about this last night, and I stick with my statement that if you take those out, it changes the movie in a way that makes it not as good.
But it doesn't really, because there are no repercussions.
But it shows that Martin Luther King Jr. was not a perfect person, and despite that fact, he was still able to leave this incredible movement. So it's not like you can put him up on a pedestal and be like, look, he was a perfect human being. He had no mistakes in any part of his life. Nobody can ever be like him. It's saying more like he was an actual human being who made mistakes in his life, but anybody can go up and do this if they put the effort in.
It adds depth of emotion to his character.
But the scene that we're talking about, spoilers, historical spoilers, like things that actually happened. Martin Luther King cheats on his wife. That's what we're talking about here. So, that was only one scene with him and his wife.
Yeah.
There were multiple scenes with him and his wife that did not contain cheating on wife.
2 scenes. There was like a build-up scene, and then later they brought it up again.
No, the one where he calls a lady and wants her to sing to him.
Yeah, their conversation before that was
every scene that he has with his wife, it just adds tension to the relationship, and it shows like there's a second thing that's going on here, not just the like him doing these.
I thought it emphasized more on the except for that scene that we're talking about. I thought it emphasized more on the calls that they were getting, like the calls that they were getting that were like threatening them.
Oh yeah,
it was.
I thought that was emphasized more than
I think it was really the pain that was put on his family that they were trying to emphasize with those scenes. That despite him trying to do what was right and help all these things, he was really just hurting his family in the process.
Yeah, I mean, it just I understood what they were going for, and I commend them for including it, but it just as a movie in a movie setting, it didn't really work. Like the writing wasn't as strong, the pacing was kind of and it didn't really pay off.
I got you.
In the way a subplot should pay off. But besides that, absolutely incredible movie.
Yeah, great movie.
My mind is still blown by that opening scene. With I'm not gonna spoil it because it's probably even better if you didn't know what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
But knowing the history behind this and seeing it and recognizing it as soon as it was happening, knowing what was gonna happen, it was still shocking what happened.
Yeah, we're good kids, by the way. We know our history.
Yeah, we do.
Smarty
Some
pantses.
Some of us do.
Hey, I know my history. I was just having a mental block, okay? Because it was 1:30 in the
you who
morning.
go to see
Which
this
president
movie,
is that? Who are we talking
yeah.
about? Wait, is this Martin Luther King Sr.? What? Who's this guy?
I forgot the name of the president that Martin Luther King was talking to, and now they like to make fun of me for it.
At the time, I was happy to share this information with you, but then
You realized.
Yeah.
You took AP Modern
US
history.
What killed me though was that you, after the movie, brought up how you felt that they were way too blunt with it, and they didn't give enough respect to the audience, and they gave everybody names really quickly and didn't expect you to know.
No, they
anybody.
painted the scene in a really cliche kind of in your face kind of way.
But you didn't know their names.
That
was her.
I forgot one guy's name, Chris. I forgot one guy's name.
And,
then you slept in, and you didn't show up for the podcast.
I know. I'm literally the worst human being.
The specific scene you brought up with President Johnson and J. Edgar Hoover, their conversation seemed pretty natural to me. So I don't know what you meant.
No, the rest of the conversation was pretty natural, but just the way he said that one line, where I was like, "Hello, J. Edgar." I was like,
J. Edgar Hoover, sir.
And then he went on to say, like, "You're the director of the CIA or FBI, whatever he was."
Yeah.
Fair enough.
He was like Mr. Director.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a little.
Is that not what you call directors?
No, of course
Mr.
not. He was like Mr. President. He's like Mr. Director.
You gotta throw it back in his face.
You got to sometimes.
LBJ was like.
Besides that,
yeah,
I think David Oyelowo at least deserved the nomination.
Yeah.
At least.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he did get snubbed on that.
Yeah.
But the movie as a whole, I don't feel got snubbed.
Yeah.
I agree.
So, is that all we have to talk about Summer?
I guess.
I think so.
You want to go into...
It's a good movie. Go see it. It got a wide release, so you have no excuse not to see it.
Definitely worth seeing.
Definitely worth seeing.
Worth the $11. Or you could see Taken 3.
Don't see Taken 3.
Hey,
go see Selma.
Don't
tell our audience to go see Taken 3.
It is the comedy to see right now in theaters.
How come every guest we have on this podcast is like the worst human being ever? Can I just ask that question?
You have to have a contrasting point of view, or else it's just people agreeing.
Yeah.
Well, we just argued a little bit about Selma, so that was good.
Yeah, I have to play the devil's advocate sometimes.
Well, you agreed with the devil's advocate.
Never mind. Let's forget about it. So, would you rather be on a deserted island with someone you hate, or alone?
Alone.
I would want to be there with somebody I hate.
I probably want to be there with
absolutely alone.
Because you know what happens after a while? Tensions rise, and then you kill them and feast on their body so you don't starve.
Jesus, dude.
Or you become friends. through this hardship.
or
two completely different
or
things.
really good friends.
Hey, let's relax, man.
Hey.
I'd probably want to be with someone I hate just because I'd not want to go crazy.
So you'd be there with Sudicha?
Yeah, nice, man.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm hilarious.
Yeah.
What are you saying? So just because I'm alone, I would like find a volleyball and like paint its face
Absolutely.
on the volleyball. Like,
No, that's
why do you
absolutely
jump
what
to that
happened.
conclusion? Like, that's such a weird thing to assume. I mean,
'Cause-
it's just like painting a face on a volleyball.
Yo, relax, dude.
It's not from a movie or anything.
Yeah, no, of course not. If you're alone for that long, you're certainly gonna go crazy. Like,
Unless you talk to yourself. You gotta
Or
keep
a volleyball.
that human interaction
Dude, I do that
going.
all the time.
really?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Do you guys actually talk to yourselves? Like when you're alone, do you ever talk to yourself?
When I'm driving,
No.
I talk to myself all the time.
Oh, like if I'm utterly silent in the car, and then the second like somebody turns without like putting on their signal or something like that, I'm like, put on your signal, like start freaking out. And that's my driving. That's
I talk to myself all the time when I drive.
I only talk to myself when I get really worked up. Like the situation Jimmy just painted, I'd be...
Don't do it, Chris. Don't do it.
getting worked up.
Other than that, though, in the car, I just blast music and sing to myself.
Oh, I think to myself all the time. Whenever a show tune comes on, I'm like, I hope my car is soundproofed as soundproofed as I think it is, and it probably isn't.
Chances are.
So you find a book and begin to read, only to discover that it is your life.
Connor,
Get to the-
use your imagination on this one and pretend you read books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's.
All right. Yeah.
Are you there? Okay.
You
There.
get to the point that you are at now. Do you turn the page knowing that you will not be able to change the events to come?
No.
Yeah, I'd definitely not do it.
I flip to the last page and read the last sentence.
You were the worst kind of.
He died.
Because it doesn't spoil anything. Because if you just read the last sentence, you have no context whatsoever. But it gives you something to look forward to, like, how did he die? Or, like, why is he walking away? What is he walking away from?
I mean, I guess.
And then you keep going. You power through your life.
Is that how you read actual books?
No.
Okay, good.
But I've heard somebody defend the argument of flipping to the end.
No, there's
in
no
that way, and
defense.
It makes sense.
I don't care what you just said. There's no defense. They're bad.
There
human
is.
beings.
No, it's good incentive for people who don't normally have the will to make themselves read. If you get to the point where you're getting bored with the book, if you flip to the end, it gives you something to look forward to. Like,
Not really.
All right.
mystery.
Then I have no like.
But it doesn't solve it. If you read the end of Frankenstein, you wouldn't know what the hell's going on.
I guess not, but like it doesn't make a difference. 'Cause,
All right.
All right.
As somebody who doesn't read books, like you're talking about like people who don't read books. It's people who don't read books. I'm that guy. I don't read books, and that would be shitty. To
Have you
just flip
tried
to the
it?
it?
Have you tried it? No, I'm not
I've
saying
done it with
flip
some
to the
books.
last
I've
chapter,
done it with some
read
books.
the entire last chapter. I'm saying the last sentence alone, no context.
Yeah, I know. I've done that.
Really?
I did that with some books that we got for school, just because
Well,
I hated the books. But
Did
That
you, do it
would
with,
help
did you do
you.
that with Ethan Frome?
no, I did it with Song of Solomon.
Did you even read Ethan Frome?
I read Ethan Frome, man.
Entire?
Yeah.
In its entirety?
Yeah.
I watched the movie. Liam Neeson.
Spoilers: don't read Ethan Frome.
Oh yeah.
Definitely watch the movie. That's Liam Neeson's best acting role.
I think Ethan Frome is the reason I don't read books.
Probably.
Did you read like what books were you supposed to read that you just didn't? You just decided you were gonna skip that one.
Cuckoo's Nest I didn't read most of, and that's a shame because I
Yeah.
really did want to read Cuckoo's Nest.
That's
but
like
that was when college applications were everywhere
Yeah.
and I was busy.
I'll
That's-
bring it with me if you want to read it at UMass.
Yeah.
Yeah? I got
Yeah.
you could read it with all my annotations.
No.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Spoiler alert. Let's call this season 1 of the podcast because next season
I'm gonna be at Amherst.
Where's
Yeah.
the spoiler in this?
I don't know. I just like saying it. Ever since
What
I
are you
said spoiler,
spoiling?
ever since I said spoiler that one time, I
Connor
just
got into
Are you
college
serious?
and he's attending? No.
I didn't want to know until the end. I feel like I turned to the last page of the podcast and read the last sentence. How did he get there?
Wait, is that not how you guys listen to like music and
No,
songs
no,
and stuff? You
no.
go to the last 10 seconds and hear it out,
No,
and then you start it over.
no, Chris.
No. All right.
Anyway.
I work backwards.
think of this as the finale to season 1, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because
So
Jim.
it's sad because I'm never gonna be here again.
Unless
Well,
you
you'll be
drive
here.
2 hours west into the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
every
You'll be here
weekend.
eventually.
When you
Just-
come back for spring break.
Yeah. Or something like that. When I come back. But for now, Jim is not going to be on for a while. So
Yeah.
everybody say bye to Jim. Bye, Jim.
Bye, guys. Podcast ends.
Podcast ends. Over. So yeah, you're
Jim
going to be
has
seeing a
died
lot
in
more.
a fatal car crash. Breaking news.
Yeah, you're going to see some Chris. We're going to see some Jack. We're going to see some who you guys haven't met yet. George.
Yeah, good old George Pugliafico.
He hasn't been on yet?
No.
Oh, let's keep
His
it that
reign of
way.
terror hasn't started
We
yet.
should keep it that way.
Yeah. No, he'll be on eventually.
Yeah, he'll actually be good. He's good to have conversations with. He keeps it going.
Yeah, you're right.
He says ridiculous things that you just have to disagree with.
Yep.
And then he proves them right.
So, guys,
Yeah, I was about to say another hypothetical, please.
would you rather have 4 legs or 4 arms? It's certainly 4 arms.
Give me those 4 arms.
Would I be able to run faster with 4 legs?
I don't know. Would you? I mean, like, horses can run pretty fast.
Exactly,
I think
I'm
they're-
saying.
but
But they're
there's a
strong.
ridiculous muscle.
Yeah. And, like, dogs
All right.
can run pretty
All right.
fast.
Can
Look
you
at-
run faster?
look at your
Like,
body.
answer this for me for the hypothetical.
I don't know.
Look at your body. You have room for more arms to come
Oh.
out here. But where are those legs going to go? You
Wait.
don't have room.
I think this means that, like, if you get 4 arms, then you lose your legs. And, like, if you get 4 legs, you lose your arms.
Then legs.
Oh,
Absolutely legs.
I would be such a creepy spider person with
It
4
says
arms.
it says you could run really fast with 4 legs, but you couldn't open doors. That's like one of the things that it says at the bottom.
Oh, so I guess, yeah, you do lose the,
Yeah.
I'd go 4 arms.
I'll go 4 legs.
And then
What are the comments? What are
4
the
arms?
comments?
Are you kidding? 4 arms is 4 hands, which means swinging around like a fucking monkey.
yes. See this? So correct. I'd have like fake vines installed all over my house. I'd be swinging around all over the fucking place.
You'd look like General Grievous. How he just kind of like he scoots around
Yes.
like.
I would do that all the time. How creepy would that be if there's
That'd
just
be
like
terrifying.
a torso of a man with 4 arms crawling towards you on the floor on all 4s?
Wait, does this mean that your second pair of arms would be where your legs used to be?
I like to think that you're just a torso with arms protruding in various directions.
Oh, so like you'd have the arms like near your belly button, like at your waist, sort of.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe they would come out of your leg holes.
That's literally what I asked, and you said no.
Wait,
I'd like to
hold
think
on,
of something
hold
else.
on. Would you wear an upside down shirt on that second pair of arms?
Oh, absolutely. You have to.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
You confused me.
Alright, so you put a shirt on
Yeah.
like regular.
Yeah.
And then with your extra 2 arms coming out of your leg holes,
Right?
you put another shirt on those from the bottom. So now you're wearing
Okay.
2 shirts.
And then your schlong is hanging out the...
Well,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get
yeah.
like compression shorts.
Yeah.
You show up the bottom.
No,
for
no,
your
no,
pants
no, no,
shorts.
no. What Connor
No, you
said.
should let.
No, your schlong is hanging out the neck.
All right.
That's the way you gotta go. So, if you had to eat one
No,
part
no,
of...
no, hold on. Before we do another hypothetical, I want to do, because I wanted to do this last week, but then I forgot. We frequent music here a lot on
Yeah.
the podcast. We like to listen to our fair share of music.
You know,
Best
I don't like
album
the
of the
intro.
year?
Probably the Taylor Swift, what is it, 1989? I
Okay.
don't know. There was just 2 songs that I listened to and I liked them.
You.
Did Kanye West release something this year? 'Cause
No.
Good.
I don't keep up with current music. I apologize.
Oh, do you listen to Watsky's album?
Oh, All You Can Do
Oh,
came out this
yeah.
year? Okay, then yeah.
Definitely that.
As far as I'm concerned.
Probably
I don't
All You
listen
Can
to
Do.
music.
It's probably my
For
favorite album.
me.
If you guys like rap, you should listen to Watsky.
Oh, yeah. If you guys like white rap.
No, if you like poetry.
It's
should
also
listen to
poetry. He does a
Watsky.
lot of poetry.
You
And
sound like the
his-
biggest
poetry and
losers
music.
right now.
I mean, hey,
Dude,
what's wrong with
we're
poetry?
recommending the music.
No. I'm a poetry guy. Like, I like poetry, but like...
We're loud.
Either way, we... Really? You're gonna do this to me? You baited me into this.
No, Chris baited you into it. He brought up the poetry.
Can I just do one last hypothetical? 'Cause this one-
Absolutely.
If you had to eat one part of your body or die an excruciating death, what part would you eat? We're talking significant
Wait.
parts here. No pinkies or toes, please. Pinky toes or fingers, please.
I'm confused. If
Yeah.
you had to eat one part of your body
Yes.
or die an excruciating death,
You will not die if you eat this part of your body.
so I'd choose the former.
Which part would you choose?
Well, what would I eat?
Yeah.
I was gonna say thumb, but no, I need my thumb for stuff.
No. It can't be fingers or
Did you
toes.
listen to any part of this question?
No, because I was
You
confused
just
by the. I was
stopped
confused by the
listening.
beginning. All right,
You
I'd
got
probably
the- if you
eat.
had to eat
I mean, like, I feel like
stopped.
Can I just like take a chunk out of my leg or something?
I feel like
It's got to be significant, like an entire.
if you went for a leg, maybe you could like just take off your foot.
That's how you could take foot.
I wouldn't take all of my foot.
How
I'd
about
probably,
Yeah, if you had to take something, it has to be like below mid calf.
But like, I'm saying, can I just like take a chunk, like
No,
a
saying
circular
no.
kind of?
we're saying no.
I take from like mid forearm down. No, it can't just be like a chunk out of it. You can't just like
Okay,
take
yeah,
a
that's
part
what I
of
was
your
saying.
torso.
That's what I was saying. I don't know.
I'd take like.
Can I cut off my
forearm.
nose and eat it?
Dude, I was gonna go for that. I take my entire nose. That's a meal.
That is a meal, dude.
This will feed me for
Yeah,
weeks.
Chris has a big nose.
He's Italian.
Yeah.
Except cartilage is kind of chewy and it's not.
Yeah, I can't imagine that'd be yummy.
Probably not. And
No,
it's
but
also not that significant because
this
you
is-
still have nose holes.
This is what I was talking about.
You won't
like-
be able to smell though. Don't your nose hairs give you the ability to smell?
Let's
or
not try
something?
to go into biology here.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
I feel like a few like fingers would be tasty. So that's why I want to get like the mid forearm down.
All right.
I feel like
well,
knowing
Jim's
it's
a
your
cannibal.
own body
No,
that you're
dude,
eating-
come on.
Jim is Hannibal Lecter.
Let's not go there. Come on. No, I don't eat faces, dude. Only fingers. Let's relax.
I think just knowing that it's your own body that you're eating would make everything disgusting.
No.
Could I eat a
'Cause you'd,
bunch
like,
of my
go to
hair?
take-
Are you serious, dude?
Could I just like cut off
Connor,
all my hair? and
Stop
stuff?
looking for loopholes.
so dumb.
Hey, I'm just asking, man.
Of course not.
Man, it's early.
Yeah,
It's-
it's
yeah,
not. It's
mhm.
too.
It's early
it's
for
3
me.
o'clock actually.
It's early
But you
for
got
me.
a good amount of sleep.
I did. You're right.
A lot.
Can't even lie.
It's not even like you went for 8 hours. You got the full 13.
I did.
Did you really? You got 13 hours?
No,
of
he
sleep?
got like 9.
Okay. Well, that's not 13.
Anyway,
10.
I'd probably go for nose.
It's gotta be arm.
Yeah, I don't want to
Alright.
like lose an arm. Like that's
Jaw.
devastating.
Here's what you do. Make a hook hand, and then you could be like, you could be a pirate. No, but
was
I don't
that?
want to be Captain Hook because then I'll get scared of
You'll-
clocks.
There was
get
a Vince
Attacked
Vaughn.
by a young girl in a green outfit.
No, I was talking about the clock thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a new Vince Vaughn movie coming out, and I don't really care for Vince
Unfinished
Vaughn.
Business.
Yeah. At the end of the trailer, when he's
Oh.
sitting on the plane and this army guy comes in and he's like, I want to thank you for your service, but he doesn't like get up for the army guy because he's like sitting first class and stuff. And the army guy goes, thank you very much. And he goes out to shake his hand, and the army guy has like a hook hand. Then he goes, okay, and he just gets up and lets him have the seat.
Yeah, that's what you have to do.
Yeah, that's. Alright, I figured out my body part though.
Okay. Going back to this.
Jaw.
What?
How am I gonna eat it?
Are you serious, dude? You just okay? No. Here's
Chris,
that
has to be one of the dumbest things I've heard in my entire
you don't
life.
have to eat it per se unless somebody like grinds it up and feeds it to you like that. But
Bone chunks of that.
but like then you wouldn't be able to eat for the rest of your life, Chris.
Yeah, but whoever
You'd have to, like,
made me do this, whoever like
survive.
put a gun to my head and he's like, pick a part of your body, I'd show him because he'd be like, no, chew, and I'd be like, aha. 'Cause
No,
I
you wouldn't be
have a
like
lower
aha.
jaw.
You'd be like ah.
I'd still go for nose.
I'd laugh in his face with like really.
And then
sunny-
he'd kill you. You'd have to die an excruciating death.
Realistically, hold on. I want to justify my nose real quick.
Connor, we don't care about your choice of the
Can we
nose.
move on now?
No, I want to justify my nose real quick. Realistically,
I want to justify my nose.
65% of the things you smell are bad, right?
Where's that number coming from?
Think about it.
Right now, I'm not smelling anything. I'm just getting.
I know,
No,
but like
I-
when you get a smell
Because
into
you're
your
nose
nostrils.
blind. Don't be nose blind.
Okay, sorry.
All right,
Get
when
Febreze.
okay,
Okay.
either your nose is all stuffy when you're sick, or 65% of the time you're smelling
No, that's
crap,
not true. That's not true.
or you're just there's just a neutral smell.
Even if it's crap or it's a good smell, it eventually turns into a neutral smell if you're smelling it for long enough.
I know, and that's lame. But you have to still have to smell the crap.
For like a little bit. You also
Yeah.
get to smell the good things for a little bit too.
I mean, yeah, but dude,
It said
It's like if I cut out my eyes because I had to look at bad things. That's the
Hey,
same thing. Like I had to look at
sometimes I
good
had to
things
see your
too.
face.
but bad things
Yeah,
you
come on,
can't
no.
smell.
That's not.
You can't smell bad
Are you
things.
serious?
Well, I mean, this is a weird conversation.
You made it so.
I know. All right, I cut off my nose. Next.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, I'm not gonna get another one.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, Chris,
That
reading any
was
good
so-
books lately?
I finished Frankenstein. And
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that's the first book I've really read in the past year.
Yeah, you read that a long time ago. We talked about it on the last podcast you were on.
I was reading it then.
Oh,
I finished
okay.
it like last week.
I'm reading
That was-
A Farewell to Arms by Hemingway.
Hemingway.
Yeah,
What a
I'm
guy.
reading some comics.
Yeah.
Way to go, Connor.
Woo.
We're all very excited for you. I started a new book by Mark Twain just because Mark Twain.
Yeah.
a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court.
Oh, okay.
And I think, even though I'm only like 30 pages into it and haven't read that much, but right now, I think it should be taught in schools early, like before you get to the Shakespeare parts, just to get people kind of interested in it. Because the basic story of the book is that this guy from Mark Twain's time, 1920s, 30s, 40s, that area, gets pushed way back in time to King Arthur's Court. And, of course, they're speaking, like, Shakespeare in English almost. Yeah. And there's a lot of confusion between the languages. And I think it's kind of like a comedic way to introduce the difficulties of understanding Shakespeare in English.
Well,
and it's also a good book.
I think, like, back in the day when I read Uncle Tom's Cabin, I thought they should replace Huck Finn with Uncle Tom's Cabin when we read, like, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, the slave
American
book.
Yeah, the slave book.
In English class, because I thought it was, like, better. It was a better representation of
Probably.
how
I still
bad things were.
haven't read Uncle Tom's Cabin, but the thing with Huck Finn is that it's less of a book about slavery and more of a book about childhood innocence and, like, boyhood adventurousness with a background theme of racism and like the innocence of a child not recognizing racism as a legitimate thing.
One thing I find, like, funny when we read for English classes is that people hate the books that we read, but all the themes were so carefully picked by the teachers to, like, cater to us as teenagers growing up. And, like, everyone's just like, oh, I can't relate to this at all. It's like...
The fact that you have to force, like, moody teenagers to read books just turns them off of reading forever. It's like an authority figure telling them they have to do something they're not going to want to.
Which is a shame.
It is, because reading is great. Especially classics.
Reading opens worlds, Connor.
Yay.
And however lame that seems, like, it's actually...
Connor's been looking down at his phone.
I found some cool news. I found some cool news.
Okay,
I don't know why. This is like...
it.
Because Elon... Do you guys know Elon Musk?
Yep, totally. Keep going.
He invented Tesla Motors.
Yeah, he's my boy.
Okay. And he's awesome. He, like, is petitioning for more space stuff and things like that. He's an awesome guy.
You can't sell Teslas in Massachusetts.
Really?
Why?
That's ridiculous.
Some, like, dumb
aren't they like? Don't they have them in the
place
mall?
about selling them? They have a store there. You can't actually buy the car. You can look at it.
Yeah.
You have to order it from, like, out of state to get it.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a thing with a lot of states. Apparently.
Is it because of the fact that it doesn't use gas and that's?
No, you can drive it here. I thought you were saying you can't drive it here.
No, you can't. You just, like, can't. There's nowhere to purchase it in state.
Yeah.
They won't let them set up a shop.
Do they have, like, charging stations anywhere in Massachusetts?
Oh yeah, they're all over the place.
Oh really?
Are they?
They're becoming more and more frequent. Yeah, there are a lot of people.
I've only
especially
seen one.
in, like, the Boston area. The closer to, like, city area, you see more of it. But
that makes more sense.
There's even I went to an Applebee's one time that had parking specifically
for
charging.
electronic cars. Yeah. That's a thing, and hybrids too.
Yeah.
Hybrid only parking.
I think UMass has some spots like that too.
That's cool.
Actually, probably a lot because it's Western Mass.
Yeah.
Elon Musk wants to spend $10 billion building the internet in space. The plan would lay the foundation for internet on Mars. It's pretty baller.
Yeah, but, like, how would they
do we get worldwide Wi-Fi from that?
I mean, I tried to go to the actual article, but it's not loading.
Oh, okay.
So that's all I got on that. I'm sorry.
How do people, like, on the ISS get internet?
What?
How do people on the ISS get internet? Because, like, there's the whole thing where Chris Hadfield was sending videos back to Earth.
I think that's less of connecting to internet and more. Well, first of all, they'd be closest to the satellites that would relay them to.
Yeah, I guess,
servers they
but, like,
to get to. But I think it's more just connection to the bases they need to talk to on the ground.
Oh, would they just send the data to, like, to the base and then they would, like, upload it?
Either that or they have special access to the satellites they're floating around up there.
I guess, but, like, Chris Hadfield was, like, tweeting from the ISS. Like, it wasn't he was relaying it back to base. Yeah. He was tweeting right. Okay.
I mean,
Chris is just shrugging at me.
I don't have, like, the most concrete
understanding
of how everything works, but I'd imagine that seeing as most of the data you're using here, like, between all this stuff relays through satellites and towers and everything, being in space next to satellites probably wouldn't be that difficult. They also have, like, NASA level technology.
Yeah, true.
He's probably not on his iPhone just whipping it like a regular consumer product out there.
Yeah.
Connecting to them.
I guess.
Or they probably had the foresight to include something at least close to Wi-Fi on the ISS.
Yeah.
They didn't send him up there like, oh, I can't tweet now.
Well, I know that they didn't have, like, he didn't have that in his head going up there. He went up there for 6 months, and he didn't have it, like, in his mind that he was going to be doing internet stuff up there. But, like, once he got there, he was like, I should do this stuff. And then he tried to figure out if he could, and then he figured it out more and more as time went on.
Maybe he just hacked local satellites.
Totally. Maybe he just, like, when the ISS floated by, he just, like, got on it and started, like, sending information from the satellite.
That's definitely what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Conrad.
Right.
I haven't. Yeah, I've been looking for stuff. I thought it was cool though. I think it's cool.
Do you know what we're talking? Okay, back.
Yeah. Do any of you have AT&T for your phone service?
I do.
All right, so
what bad news?
Bad news. AT&T took a $10 billion hit this quarter.
Perfect.
$10 billion. And
chump change.
$2.1 billion for abandoning some copper lines that it didn't need apparently, but $7.9 billion for other things.
Okay.
And that sucks.
Hey, you know.
So man,
you win some, you lose some.
you win $10 billion, you lose $10 billion.
Hey, we've just $10 billion for Musk and $10 billion from AT&T. The money's got to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
You can't just make more money.
Breaking, AT&T funds Musk.
I mean, I'm not saying it, but I'm not saying it. AT&T is next level.
Do you guys like the organization of my bookshelf?
Yeah, is this the
I
next
put my
topic?
laptop on it. So
I know.
Is there... there's nothing to talk about book organization. You got some books on the shelf,
serious,
Jim.
dude? There's so much to talk about.
So there's like some school books down there I recognize.
No. Those books are just those are just books that I read. Then on the second shelf.
All right, shut up. Okay, Chris, you were talking about you were talking to me last night about the Frankenstein trailer.
Oh, I couldn't. There's no trailer for it yet, but they're making a movie called Victor Frankenstein, starring Daniel Radcliffe as Igor, the assistant to Dr. Frankenstein,
did not exist.
which upsets me because he's not even a real thing. But
so we already know this isn't
you
true
just mutilate the entire
to the source material.
It's okay. You just mutilated the source material in
Yeah.
the first ever movie adaptation of it, and it's been like that ever since. But it's an interesting idea of getting it from Igor's perspective, and especially since Daniel Radcliffe's on board with it.
Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe.
Good old,
good old Danny.
Good
As
old,
I've mentioned
Woman in
before-
Black guy.
Yeah, but not Woman in Black 2.
And Equus.
He's not in Woman in Black?
Not 2. I don't think he's in it. I didn't see him in there at all.
Oh, did you see it?
Because I'm pretty sure he died in the first one.
Oh,
Did he?
Well, that would
Spoilers.
I
make
don't
sense as to why
remember it
he isn't in
completely,
it.
but I have a feeling that he did.
I didn't see the first one.
I saw it.
It's
I
good.
didn't see either of them.
It was a horror movie.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Not all horror movies are bad.
No, I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it was horrid, I guess, is the adjective that applies to horror movies.
Yeah.
But was it a bad horror movie?
I'm not one to judge horror movies.
Fair enough.
That's like the only horror movie I've seen in the past 2 years.
Have any of you seen Oculus?
No.
Yeah, I have. I loved it.
Was it good? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's on
I liked it a
Netflix
lot.
now, and I want to see it.
It's been on Netflix, I thought.
No,
Maybe
yeah,
it was on
yeah.
On Demand.
No, it was on Netflix.
It's a good movie, yeah. It'll screw you up.
Okay, fair
Because
enough.
it's like, you can't tell what's real and what's not.
Speaking of screwing up, Fight Club.
Oh, that's such a good movie. Can we
Chris
get to
saw
that in
it.
a second, though? Because have you, on the subject of horror movies, have you seen anything about Unfriended?
I haven't seen anything about it, but I saw the thumbnail for the trailer, and I didn't click on it.
I mean, it freaked me out a little bit when I was watching it in the bathroom today.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I don't know.
Holy shit.
I'm easily...
I'm really glad that this is my last podcast. Man, I can't handle this anymore.
I think I'm pretty easily frightened by horror movies, and that's why I don't watch them, because they frighten me.
As they do.
As they're supposed to,
Yeah.
I guess. But
Surprisingly enough.
I don't know. The basic story is like this girl, a video gets put of her online that's like super embarrassing and inappropriate, and she ends up killing herself.
Whoa.
And then on the 1 year of her
The
death,
1 year
the
anniversary.
1 year
of her death.
anniversary of her death, her friends are like Skyping, and her account like calls in and starts like Skype messaging them, and like shit just like goes down. She's
Sponsored
trying
by Skype.
yeah, no, there's like YouTube and Skype all over the place on it. But yeah, she's like controlling everything going on in their houses, and like it's flashing all around on the screens, and like
It's cray.
yeah, tweaking out. And then the fat kid gets his hand in like this blender, and yeah.
I hate it when I just put my hand in blenders and then it like starts going.
So she's pretty much just like torturing everybody until one of them admits to posting the video,
Oh, okay.
and torturing and killing them off slowly one by one.
Right.
You ever put your hand in the garbage disposal and then get really scared?
Yeah.
What?
Well, have you ever put your something falls?
Is that a question?
What was that?
No, something falls in the garbage disposal, and you're like, I have to go get this. Like, there's a spoon down there, and then you see the switch that turns on the garbage disposal, and you're like, it's like
you ever like.
you never like
no.
You ever been tempted to stick your hand in there? Like,
no.
You put your hand over near the switch a little bit, and you like toy with the idea, and you're like, no, I shouldn't.
I was forced to put my hand in the garbage disposal.
Nuts.
How dare you? I dropped something in there. I had to get it. I'm not gonna leave a metal
That's when you
spoon.
call the plumber, and you're just done. You step away.
What are you talking about? Just put your hand in, dude.
You take that one for the team.
Let's put the fork in the garbage disposal.
Ding,
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 ding, ding, ding.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
not though. Don't, because that's a serious safety risk.
Is it? I don't even know.
I mean,
I don't even use my garbage
they're
disposal.
very sharp, fast spinning blades that go in there to chop up food and sometimes bones.
So
don't put your hands in there because they will mutilate them.
yeah.
I thought you were talking about how the fork went in there.
What
I thought
about
that was a safety issue. What if it
it's also not
shot
good.
out parts of the fork like choo, choo, choo.
It'll also
I
ruin the
needed-
blades on your garbage
Yeah,
disposal.
that's why I need to get the fork out of the garbage disposal.
Just never use it again.
What
That fork is
my
lost
mom uses
forever.
it all the
You
time.
can't use the garbage disposal.
I had to get it.
I have never put anything in my garbage disposal.
You never used
even
it.
garbage.
No,
Like,
my
you
mom probably has, but I just haven't used it.
You make like eggs. Oh, you don't like eggs.
I don't like
Never
eggs.
mind
You're not a human being.
I am.
Eggs
In
are
fact, I'm here.
amazing, dude. Connor, if you had to eat any kind of egg prepared in any way,
Egg.
how would you eat it?
I don't know. Not hard boiled.
Are you serious?
It smells terrible.
I think Connor's hatred from
Probably
eggs,
scrambled.
Okay.
I think Connor's hatred for eggs comes from a childhood memory of the villain from the Sonic games.
Oh, Eggman?
Yeah,
Dr. Eggman?
I think that's why
Or
you don't
Dr.
like him.
Robotnik?
I think that's why you don't like him,
Yeah, you're right.
That would make sense.
because you don't like eggs.
It's a deep-seated fear that he
You don't
has.
like him.
Yeah. It's like some Freudian
Kind
stuff.
of conditioned into you a little bit.
Anyway,
Some Oedipus complex.
let's get off my childhood for like 2 seconds. We saw the trailer for Project Almanac last night.
I'm excited.
It looks pretty good.
The concept excites
It
me.
could go either way. Like it could be really bad.
I
Which one was
mentioned
that
this
again?
the other night.
That was the one with the time travel.
Right, yeah, that looked good.
I mentioned this the other night. Like, I get excited by just the concepts of movies, even if they're not good movies. I'll watch them just for the concept.
Yeah.
And that's one of those movies. I think it's going to be a good movie.
Yeah.
But I'm solely excited for the concept right now. Like, they were very good trailers.
I leaned
that
over
I've
to
seen,
Chris
but
after the trailer and I said that reminds me of Chronicle.
Yeah.
yeah, that's.
Did you guys
I
both see
agree.
Chronicle?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because that is an underrated movie.
Andrew, no.
I think we talked about it on the podcast before.
Yeah, we
Chronicle. Yeah.
That's
Go
the
see
movie with,
Chronicle.
like,
It's
yeah.
wicked good.
That's the movie with the kids and they like gain superpowers.
Yeah.
And then one of them
Yeah.
goes insane. And
Yeah. And it's awesome.
Yeah.
In the theater, it was the three of us in the almost the back row, and
For
one
some-
other dude all the way on the left side
Yeah.
of the theater.
This is
And I'm
for
pretty sure he
someone.
fell asleep.
Yeah.
At
Were
one
you
point.
watching him?
No, he'd be like, like he
Oh
yawned.
yeah, he yawned wicked loud. He was like,
It was-
we were watching a
he was
movie.
roaring.
I was like, what is
He
this?
was roaring his disapproval.
There was 4 people in the theater, and one of them screwed it up. I don't know how that works.
I can't express how upset I was that we didn't get the comfy theater.
Yeah,
Our
it was like
local
to the
movie
left,
theater-
and it's like, oh.
I don't care. I haven't been to the
I
company.
need-
That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
you don't care. I didn't care either, and then I went there when I saw Taken 3, and it was so comfortable.
Isn't it Take 3 in?
No, they
outta here.
stopped doing that.
Well,
If you
didn't
notice,
they
like, the first
on all the
couple things,
posters? Yeah.
It was like Take 3 and then they stopped doing that. That
Good.
went away at some point.
Great.
Grand.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it
But yeah,
better.
Project Almanac. I mean, it could go either way. Like, it could be really good, but like, if the kids are bad actors, I feel like that's what really was going to carry
Yeah.
the movie.
Yes.
'Cause it
As
doesn't
with
look to
many
me much
movies, if the actors are bad, it won't be good.
No, you could. The writing can sometimes save a movie if the writing is good enough, and the directing.
Not if the actors are bad enough.
What if it's
If
all
the actors are bad, if the actors are like really bad, then nothing can.
What if
save
it's like both? Like, what if it's Star Wars Episode 2?
I thought Episode 1 was worse.
Really?
Yeah.
What about Hayden Christensen's acting in Episode 2?
I, mean,
I
it
thought
was
that was
bad
like-
in 3 too.
It wasn't as bad. We
It
lost
was always
Chris.
bad. Oh, what was the movie that I was? It had Hayden Christensen and Nicolas Cage.
Yes!
I was
Yes!
like, was that? Did we see that last night?
No, I just watched that like this morning. I watched the preview for it.
Oh, I saw it. I saw it at orientation the other day. Like, see, they showed us the trailer for it, and I wanted to lean over to somebody and be like, "All-star cast, huh?"
The hype is so real.
Is this like crappy like?
medieval
Asian medieval kind of.
Were they showing you previews at orientation?
Yeah, they had time to kill, so they were just showing movie trailers.
Oh, okay.
They were trying to scare you away by showing you Nicolas Cage.
It's too late,
trailers.
man. Like, they're already in.
I love the story of Connor, like the credits. Can you just tell that real quick?
What credits? What?
When you're at the orientation leader is standing up at the front and is like, so a lot of you probably have
Oh, yeah.
credits.
So, I'm okay with telling them. I can tell personal stuff. So, I'm going to college on Sunday, and I have been working. And I haven't been taking a semester, like, out of college. So, I've been working, I've been making money, and I took AP classes in high school, so I have some credits to carry over. But I'm not sure how much weight they carried. And I'm the first person in my family to go to college, so it's like, I don't know anything about college. I don't even know what a credit is until yesterday. And so, at orientation, they were like, okay, so I want to show of hands here. Who here has at least a semester's worth of credits from another school? And like 3/4 of people put their hands up because they're all transfer students.
Are they all transfer students other than you?
I was one of 2 kids that wasn't a transfer student. So, but in my little small group, I was the only one.
Yeah.
And so, like, he goes, okay, that's good. Put your hand up if you have less than a semester's worth of credits, but you still have credits to transfer over. And I wasn't sure, like, what I had in terms of my AP. So I didn't put my hand up. Yeah. And so, like, the other quarter kids put their hands up, and they said, okay, and now, out of curiosity, does anybody not transferring credits this semester? And does anybody did not go to school? And I was the only one who raised my hand. He looked directly at me and he goes, okay.
All right.
And I'm like, well,
just you.
Did he
I'd like
write
you
a little
to
check mark on his pad?
No, he just wanted to kind of gauge the room.
I'd like to ask you to step aside, sir. We're gonna put you in a different room.
Put you in.
So yeah, when I was meeting with my advisor later, I was like, listen. They've been saying these words to me all day that I don't even know what they are. Like, explain to me what a credit is, please.
Yo, level with me real quick.
What is a credit?
And yeah, she was awesome. She explained it to me and stuff.
That's nice.
And now I know what college is. Yay.
Finally, we're there.
It's a steep learning curve. Like, within 3 days, you'll just understand everything.
Yeah, but yeah, they were just showing us movie trailers, and I saw that. And I'm surprised that... I wonder if that's Hayden Christensen's first role since the prequels.
That's a good question, because I haven't seen anything.
Just double-checking, Hayden Christensen played Anakin.
Yeah.
He was in Jumper. He was the star of that, and he was also in something else. Yeah. Yeah, he was the star of Jumper.
I don't remember that.
That was the...
I remember the movie, but I don't remember him being in it. Was that a good movie? I saw it a long time ago.
I liked it, but... I'm not much of a movie critic. I generally like movies. Because if it's a bad movie, I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
Gross.
No, but it was again, like you said, it was a cool concept, I guess. Right, Chris?
Yeah.
I said, yep. What a concept.
It is a good concept. Like, the idea that there's, like, a sub-community of teleporting
like,
people.
Boom, boom, boom.
He was in Takers in 2010.
Never saw it.
Life as a House in 2001.
Excuse me?
Which... This is before he was in Star Wars, and that's just an
He didn't play young Anakin, did he?
He played teenage angsty Anakin.
Yeah. Who played young Anakin? Is it just some child?
Someone worse than Hayden Christensen.
You guys just have all this hate.
Because they were bad.
Dude, have you seen episode 2?
Have you seen episode 1?
Like, even when I was a kid and I didn't understand what the concept of a bad movie, I hated episode 2.
Yeah, because
episode 3 is a lot better than people give it credit for.
Episode 3 was episode 2.
Fine, it was decent.
And I even didn't dislike episode 1. But the last time I watched it, I was young. Anyway, back to present day. Outcast is the name of the movie with Nicolas Cage and Hayden Christensen. And it
just looks awful.
It
looks like a terrible
I'm excited to watch it.
I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to make a point of not watching it.
What was the new movie with Liam Neeson that wasn't a Taken movie? That was A Walk Amongst the Tombstones?
Tombstones, yeah. We talked about that last night. Yeah, it was a good movie. You should see it, Chris. You'd like it.
Yeah, I would. I keep referring to it as Taken 4 because somebody gets taken and it's Liam Neeson's job to go get them, so it's pretty much Taken 4.
But they're not related to him.
Yeah, which could be Taken 4. You never know.
Take foreign?
Take 4. Who was it? I saw Taken 3 recently, as I mentioned before. And somebody was telling me that Liam Neeson wouldn't agree to the script unless nobody got taken in this movie. Like, he's so fed up with people being taken from his family that he's like, no, not
I'd be
this
pretty
time.
fed up.
Yeah, me too.
He probably got paid a bunch of money, though.
So nobody did get taken.
Really?
Really, nobody was taken. That's why he's in the movie.
What?
He wouldn't agree to the script unless nobody got taken.
That's funny
Like,
because
he wouldn't act in
I
it.
feel like he would just. They would be like, I'm not doing this unless nobody gets taken, and then they like show him all the money, and he's like, just kidding.
I like to think
I'll shoot some
has a
stuff.
soul.
All right, one person can get taken.
Yeah, nobody got taken. Instead, somebody gets murdered.
Fair enough.
So I guess they get taken to heaven.
Nice. Well done, sir.
Solid. That was solid.
When did Taken 1 come out?
Like 2008?
Like 1982.
No. 2008?
Because I just remember that one scene where he like the electric chair with that dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that
Movie was good.
That was a good.
We saw it in the theaters, didn't we?
I didn't see it with you. I saw it with my family.
I saw it in the theaters and it was awesome.
They were like, "Yeah, we'll go see this action movie," and then it was like wicked dark, and they were like, "Oh, we should not have taken our kids."
That
to see
bad. It was
this movie."
PG-13.
It was pretty dark. Killing people with an electric chair.
That was like the worst.
His daughter getting sold into the sex slave trade.
Oh yeah, you're right. That was pretty bad.
The entire plot of the movie was pretty bad, dude.
Forgot about the whole sex slavery thing.
Yeah,
part of that movie.
That was the plot. So.
Yeah, I know.
That was the main point.
I want to keep talking about Project Almanac real quick
All right.
because they're doing a found footage thing, but I like it when found footage films aren't horror movies because I feel like it's been done to death in the horror genre, and I like to see it branch out because it's a really good concept.
You know, the trailer kind
It's
of
hard to
reminded me
do,
of a
though.
horror movie, though.
Really?
Just the way it was filmed, you know.
Maybe because you're so used to seeing found footage horror movies.
Yeah, that might be it. But it just seemed like, I guess, just like the kind of shaky camera motion and like the first person views just reminded me of Chronicle. And like,
I feel
that's
like,
not even a horror, that's a thriller. But that still kind of put me in the mindset.
I feel like found footage movies can be good, but they're really easy to screw up.
Oh, absolutely they are.
Because like I've seen so many awful found footage movies.
The one I always go to is Blair Witch.
Yeah.
Blair Witch is fantastic, and it kind of set the precedent. I loved Blair Witch.
Haven't seen it still.
You
My
should.
brother
You
raved
should.
about
It's on
that
Netflix.
when I was like in middle school.
Yeah.
And I never saw it.
It was filmed so well that people actually thought that it all happened. Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
And the directors actually, fun fact, the directors actually screwed with the actors. Like all the actors' reactions are completely genuine.
Oh wow.
Because like whenever what?
It reminded me of a piece of trivia from The Usual Suspects.
Oh, fair
You
enough.
can continue. I don't know if I mentioned that before.
But yeah, he like whenever there's like something like bang on their tent or something, that's the director's like throwing rocks at their tent or something, and like kind of spoilers because it's like halfway through the movie when this happens. Somebody goes missing halfway through the because there's like 3 guys and one of the guys goes missing. The directors actually pulled that guy aside and said, "You're coming with us." Like in the middle of the movie because the directors just kind of gave them like a loose script of what to say, like a really really loose script, and like said go to point A to point B, and then they did, and then along the way all this shit happened.
That's kind of damaging.
Just a bit, and they like because so all their reactions when they can't find their third member are completely genuine.
And like plus like even if they know they're filming a movie, it can get kind of scary.
It's still
when
unnerving,
like,
yeah.
When you're like in a tent in the middle of the woods
Yeah.
and it's just completely like dark outside.
Yeah, and oh my god, the scene where they stumble across like the people in the trees, like you know what I'm talking about, right? Like the wood. It's like the poster of the movie.
Yeah, I know, but I watched like half of the movie.
Oh, have you seen it, Chris? Oh, well, there's a part where they stumble upon like all these like wooden people, kind of like people made out of sticks and stone, and like all this stuff hanging in the trees. Yeah. Terrifying. Such a good movie.
I'd be scared.
But yeah, I'm excited for this movie, Project Almanac.
Yeah, me too.
I might see it in theaters. I don't know.
What was the other
I'd see
movie
it.
that was there was another movie that looked good where like the girl got struck by lightning and then she stayed the same age forever.
Yeah, there's like the Age of
Amelia.
Anna. I don't know, something
like
I
that.
thought it seemed alright.
I mean, it probably it's a cool concept and everything, but everything in the trailer was really cliched.
Yeah, that was one time that I liked the concept and then was just really turned off by the trailer. So I'm probably not going to see that movie.
It was like every little cliche love story thing they could have done, they did with that movie.
Tell me something I can never let go of. Let go. It's like,
oh my
nice.
God.
Well done.
That would have been my response.
I was like,
I would have been such an asshole.
I would have been like,
let go.
I don't know. I can't think of anything. Can you ask me
Something
later?
you can never let go.
You're kind of
Your
springing this one on me here.
Something you can never let go.
All right, I'm gonna look
Your
up that.
hands.
I'm gonna look up that movie.
I would have left the room. I would have gotten up and
Immediately cuts off both her hands.
You guys excited for Kingsman?
Yes.
I'm wicked excited for Kingsman.
Action.
Yeah. I'm trying to find it. I may have missed it.
Samuel L. Jackson.
The Age of Adeline. That's what it's
That's
called.
what it is.
It's coming out in April. Huh.
I think anything that Samuel L. Jackson is in instantly becomes a watchable movie.
You got a big movie year this year.
Especially when he has a lisp. If you give Samuel L. Jackson a lisp, then you know he's like acting and he's not just using his badass voice.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta watch the movie.
Yeah. I guess. How many movies does Samuel L. Jackson have a lisp in?
I think it's just Kingsman.
Oh, Kingsman, he has a lisp. Okay, I get what you're saying. I was like, is this something that Samuel L. Jackson has done a lot?
No.
Did you guys see the trailer for Get Hard by any chance?
Nah.
The Will Ferrell, Kevin Hart movie?
Yeah, I watched that this morning.
Yeah, it's alright.
Comedy. I don't know. It looks better than the one.
I kind of like Kevin Hart's name. I think it's a little overrated, Kevin Hart. He's kind of funny sometimes.
I don't like the looks of the movie that just released with him.
Yeah, the Wedding Ringer, right?
Yeah,
something like that. And Josh Gad is in it, and Josh Gad is so talented, but apparently that movie was not very good.
Yeah, it looked really awful.
Yeah, Josh Gad was Olaf in Frozen, and was also in The Book of Mormon.
I see.
Neat.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we wrap up here?
Nah. I'm good.
All set. So, again, I said this last week, and I wanted to preface with it, but I forgot. We're on Twitter.
Yep.
So, yeah, at the bottom of our SoundCloud page, go to Twitter, and we're on Twitter and stuff.
I'll do that.
This podcast may come out a little bit late because I'm moving in tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, deal with it.
Yeah.
Or yesterday, by the time they hear this.
Oh, very
Blew
nice.
my mind, Chris.
2 days, maybe 3.
I feel like I'm in that movie.
How can we invent time travel? I think we already did.
Dude.
That line?
Yeah, I remember.
Killed me.
Okay. Well, let's finish this up.
Pretty good.
Thank you.
Anyway, thank you for all your support, and tell your friends, and leave us feedback and stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm Connor.
I'm Jim.
I'm Chris.
Thank you for listening.
Bye.